storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
So, what is a tank? Well, it's not Ricky here, because as you can see, he's a warrior and he's dying because of that. Instead, we are a Giga Chad Shaman Tank. We not only survive, but we kill the boss. As a tank, our primary objective is to hold aggro and survive. Shaman in SoD has good survivability and amazing threat. The Shaman has the following tools to generate threat: melee attacks, spells, healing, and resource generation. A tank only needs enough defense to survive the encounter comfortably. Everything else should go into threat generation and damage. As soon as the DPS needs to hold back on their damage, you're failing as a tank. Shaman Tank is one of the best tanks at the moment. If you disagree... Thanks to a Rockbiter, not only do we have insane attack power, every attack generates bonus threat. And if we dual wield, we get 2 Rockbiters, meaning even crazier attack power and more bonus threat attacks. On top of this, we've got runes such as Way of Earth and Spirit of the Alpha to massively amplify our threat output. Shamans are also very flexible with their build options. As dual wield, we have high damage output with even higher threat. But we can easily swap to shield and be amazing AoE tanks. When we're shield tanking, depending on the encounter, we have infinite resource and we've got ridiculous amounts of armor. Since threat is king, we want to generate as much of it as possible. The way to do that is dual wield with Rockbiter. While bosses hit hard in Nomergon, only one boss so far warrants using a shield, Menagerie. There's very heavy damage output, especially since we're solo tanking this entire fight, and so we do not want to stress our healers more than this fight already is. Shield is only useful for AoE fights, and fights where there's tons of physical damage. There's no debating that shield will give you the most amount of armor. However, even while dual wielding, we can reach high amounts of mitigation. Dual wield requires more armor in order to offset the shield. Consumables will help with this, but we still need the items. Scarlet Monastery provides great options for us, and Nomer 3-piece is what I would consider BIS for dual wield. While it's still really good for shield spec, I've not really bothered looking too much into it, as this guide is focused on dual wield, the superior way. Our 2 primary builds, dual wield and shield, look basically the same. You can min-max if you know you will never ever use a shield, or you can just ignore those 100 mana gained. However, if we want to be a little exotic and try some experimental builds, we can go with a 2-hander, the Ravager for AoE. I've yet to actually try 2-handed tanking, let alone Ravager build for AoE, so I'll just briefly explain it and you can try it for yourself and report your findings in the comments. The idea with Ravager is to, instead of going deep in hands, we actually go 20 points into Elemental, because there we can find Elemental Devastation, which gives us 9% melee crit. Generally, this is a bad talent, but since we're using Power Surge, our Flame Shock can proc instant cast Lava Burst, which has a 100% crit chance on Flame Shock targets. This will guarantee 9% crit, while we hopefully spin with our meaty Rockbiter Ravager. And that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for watching my guide. Share this video to those you feel could benefit or enjoy it. I'll have a link in the description to the written version of this guide, which is differently formatted. Don't subscribe because I don't know what to do with it.